I don't know if I set up the RNG properly. I like Warrior better. Alright, let's see if the RNG is actually back to where it needs to be. Crushing Tide, Keto Soup, welcome on in. Welcome back, I should say. Stupid power going out. No heal, welcome back. Alright, we are on 0 RNG. That was really slow. But the red mage fled. So maybe we're good. Maybe it's not slow. It's perfect. 1, 2, 3. It felt super slow, but apparently that was the RNG I needed. So, works for me. But yeah, it is a good thing I lost power early on in that run. Imagine if I didn't make a mistake today. If I didn't make a mistake at all, we would have been like in the Temple of Fiends or Mirage Tower or something. Probably in Mirage Tower. That would have been disappointing. Losing the run in Mirage Tower because of a power outage. Because yeah, I think we would have been around the 145-ish range. So that sounds like Mirage Tower. It's alright. It was the reset we needed. Now, we're here to beat Chaos. Polora, welcome on in. And or welcome back to everybody. I'm sure there'll be people trickling in for a while. But I figured I would just jump straight into a run. Luckily, my power wasn't offline as long as they said. And I waited a few minutes before hopping online. I made sure to eat a quick lunch and make sure that power stayed on that whole time before starting up FF1. It was an early lunch, a very early lunch, but I wanted to give myself enough time to keep putting in run attempts. Okay, good job, Mohawk Man. Keep going south. I don't know where he's going, but I'm happy for it. If he wants to walk to the entrance to the city to hang out with his pal, that's fine. Mohawk Man and Wally can hang out. Hey RJD, welcome back. And yep, internet came back, so I hopped back on. Not internet, sorry, power came back on. The internet was fine. It's great when Mohawk Man is far out of the way. So my goal is to stream a little later now. No such luck, Flack. Yep, bonus streak today, for those who were here for both parts. Lackeys with the 275 streak. But yeah, I decided to just jump straight into a run instead of waiting around. So we didn't have any named characters this run. Yeah, who's counting? Me, I'm counting. I count for every fight. I'm glad power's back as well. It was annoying that the power going off ruined the last run. But luckily, we weren't that far into the run anyways. So it's not a big deal. Yeah, I don't like the fighter abbreviations. I generally use the abbreviations from Final Fantasy XI. Those are the abbreviations that I am used to and I like. I was going to call him Fig, but then changed my mind and just went to War, 'cause I like war. FTR is okay. I'm back. I know I was out for like an hour or something total. I just like how I looked online and it said planned outage. Like, this wasn't a planned outage, because whenever there are planned outages, then the electric company lets me know and say, hey, you're not gonna have power on this day around this time. Solid Snake, welcome on in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We do have our dancer in line. This is not the default party. This isn't even close to default party. Default party is Fighter, Thief, Black Belt, Red Mage. Beep beep bat. These character classes... 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. These character classes are chosen because they die... 2, 3, 5. I need the white mage and black mage to be one shot. And if I use sturdier character classes, they don't die. The white mage is a must-have for for slot 1. Everybody else survives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Characters either have too much agility or 1, 2, 3, 1. The characters either have too much agility or too much HP. So, White Mage is the only option to be one-shot. And the Black Mage could also be a second White Mage, actually. We could have 2 White Mages instead of a Black Mage. But it has to be a weaker class that gets one-shot. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And the Red Mage could technically be a fighter, but can't be a thief. Thief doesn't do enough damage. Beep beep. Power's back, so we're back in a run immediately. This is actually our 3rd time today walking out of Marsh Cave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 1. And you're welcome, Snake. I try to help out other people that run this game when I am able. It's not a very popular speedrun. Well, you're also attempting the most difficult category of the game. 1, 2, 3. You're playing a category that's single segment, where you can't just easily reset the game to put yourself in a more favorable position compared to if you were playing any percent no manip. Any percent no manip is the most common category and the easiest to play through. But lots of people don't want to play that category because it, I don't know, doesn't feel natural to them or something, because they don't feel the game should be reset. It wasn't meant for it. So then they go for the single segment stuff and then usually struggle for a while and give up. That's what most people end up doing with single segment. 1, 2, 3. That's actually why I created a safe route. I created a safe route because at the time of me making that route, there was 3 different people all working on single segment at the same time, and were struggling to finish the game. So I made a single segment route that if you followed it exactly, you could get through the game. But it takes walking in very specific steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. because that's how the game works. Every step you take matters. Alright, so for this current route, I'm going to be selling the short sword. And Flack, thanks for the gifted sub there to Solid Snake. Solid Snake, enjoy your newly polished wooden staff and your emotes. So technically I could grab these heal potions, because this is my safe route. And we're actually going to chug some heal potions later. But I don't want to pick them up now, because I don't want my inventory being different. Because I've been doing a lot of practice with my inventory a very specific way. So I don't want to pick up heal potions and that to ruin my muscle memory. Oh Twitch. Oh Twitch. You really don't understand how to work these, scam trains. I mean, when I first started speedrunning this, it wasn't like an all-the-time thing. When I first started speedrunning this, I would do a handful of runs a week, then take a break for a little while. There was no kind of steady schedule. It was just when I happened to have time. Then I took like a couple years break from speedrunning entirely. Then I would just occasionally come back. It wasn't until what, like 4-ish years ago or something like that, that I just started doing it every day. Well, 5 days a week. And yep, we are back. Power's back online. But yeah, when I first started speedrunning this game, I also started with single segment. Oops, that was a wasted step. It's fine. Not a big deal. And so speaking from as someone who started speedrunning this game with single segment, I don't really recommend that. It's not the best way to get through the game, because it becomes very difficult to finish a run. Now there are people out there that have only done single segment and haven't touched the other categories. Depending on your Nintendo, can depend on if you can actually hard power and reset the game in a meaningful amount of time that you could speedrun it while doing that. Because some Nintendos are not meant for being able to speedrun this game, because you can't just reset the game quickly. Hey Charm, welcome in. Come on. This is not going to be a good split. Well, it depends. It depends. So if you're only trying to do a reset, all you have to do is push the reset button. And depending on how it's supposed to work, is you press reset, the game resets. A split key, welcome on in as well. But yeah, if you're using the actual consoles, then it depends on the console for how well you can reset the game. Some front loaders don't reset the RNG very well. Or they don't lose the ramp? I don't know what it is. Something's off on some of the consoles. And so it's a console by console basis. So some of the people that have those kind of consoles, they only do single segment because that's just what their console can handle. I don't think the cart makes a difference, but it's possible. It's possible that some carts don't reset very well. You know, it might take you a few power-ons for it to, like, load up properly. So it's possible that you would want to bring your own cart so you know that it's going to start up the way you know it should. That's a problem with a lot of gaming with some of the older stuff. They weren't made to last. You know, when they were made, they weren't expecting people were still going to be playing them 40 years later. And a lot of people that grew up with the NES still play the NES today. You know, not everybody evolved with the times. There are plenty of us that started with, you know, Console X and then went on to everything that came after it. But then there are other people that started with that and then just stayed there. Like, this is what I had while growing up, and it's what I still enjoy now. That's just how some people are. Yeah, nowadays controllers definitely have stick drift issues. 269 HP. Beep beep bat. 4 short. Yeah, it's definitely, when games first came out, they were expected to be more of a short burst kind of thing. But then, you know, people really started having fun and enjoyed themselves doing that, so they wanted to just keep doing it. That bat wasted a bunch of time there. Okay, this time I'm looking at the correct image battle. Correct image, 2-0. Beep beep bat. That's twice you blocked me off. I have never sped run any Ultima game. In fact, I've barely played any Ultima games before. The only Ultima that I've really spent any amount of time playing was Ultima Online. And I will say that I did not enjoy my time playing that game. Bats, beep beep, beep beep, beep beep. Now, on the Casual Monday list, I do have a library tab that has listed out every single game that I have played and the approximations of how long I've played each game. In case you're curious of what games I have played and how much time I spent on them. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are color coordinated. But yeah, there's a second tab on the Casual Monday list that has a list of every game that I've played casually, or just played period. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I've definitely forgotten a game or two here and there, I'm sure. But at least all of the more recent consoles are up to date. And there's definitely games that I just couldn't remember the name of. I know when I was a kid, there was this dinosaur photography kind of game where you're at like some weird dinosaur zoo or something, and you would like take pictures of dinosaurs. I don't remember what that game was. I was kind of young when I played it. I remember enjoying it as a kid and spending a bit of time on it, but I definitely don't remember what it was, so that's not on the list. But most other games that I can think of are on the list. Okay, I'm going to try... I have some new routing coming up. I have some new routing. I didn't forget that it was Pokemon Snap. I did play Pokemon Snap. Alright, so I have new routing here. Let's see if I can do it properly with no practice. I have to tent to skip over this shadow battle. I think I know the tile I need the tent on. Let's see. I believe it's right there. Yep. Okay, we're good. Now that means my next tile is one behind. This will probably be a gold split even though everything sucked. Yeah. I have even more time saved there because this wasn't a great split. Hey PZ, welcome in. Alright, let's see if I can... I have to... let's see if I can get this skip as well. It should be right there. Yes, okay. Who needs to practice? Who needs to practice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just change my route right in the middle of the run. Don't practice any changes, just implement it mid-run. Go, go. Everything is fine. I am now one step behind where I normally am. But I believe that's fine. I didn't test it out. I have to remember that I need to walk down from this tile instead of to the left, because I normally walk left here. This is now a 3-round battle instead of a 2-round. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I did get rid of the shadows. This is no longer an ambush. But it's still a 2-round battle, which actually means the fight takes a tiny bit longer now than it used to. And this fight is 3 werewolves instead of 2. I used to get ambushed by 2. Now I just fight 3. Beep beep bat. Come on. Yeah, I would believe the task skipping shadow fights with tents. Shadows are just not a fun encounter. Like, they're just awful. Even though it makes a couple of my other fights worse, it still saves time overall. Hey Cerantis, welcome in. Beep beep bat. Two fire demons. I don't know what you're talking about. Fire elementals. Mancats? Argoyles? The Argoyles, okay. That would take learning how the encounters work in each zone. There is a set encounter table. You always fight the same encounters, the same number of steps. And you'll fight the same encounters in the same order. So it definitely takes some knowledge. For knowing where you can take encounters, where you need to delay, what encounters are what in each zone. Beep beep bat. I think it's 2. Yes, 2 full. So like, right here, this is floor 3. 1, 2. Normally, the fights you want to avoid on this floor are encounter number 3, which is 2 to 4 wizards. You want to avoid that because it's unrunnable. Or you want to avoid Spectre Geist because it's a stun lock of death. And then you also want to avoid encounter number 6, which is Jerkbirds. So those are the 3 encounters that you normally want to avoid on this floor. Fire 2 definitely does a much better job than Fire 2. But depending on how your route works, depends on how much money you have laying around. I definitely recommend a mummy grind. If you want to be able to earn some extra cash early on. After you do the Marsh Cave in Astos, doing a mummy grind in Northwest Castle isn't a bad idea. Okay, bats, please move. Beep beep. Beep beep. Thank you. So this fight used to be 1 werewolf, 1 grimp. Now, 2 werewolves. So I actually make up all of the money that I lost by not fighting the 3 shadows. By fighting a couple extra Gerwolves. So that's kinda neat. I didn't even have to really route in more money. Not that shadows give any money. But we get ambushed here and murdered. Which is unfortunate, but this sets us up for a good lich. It would be great if I had more hit points. But that sets us up for the lich, so we get to deal with it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I have to remember to use this cabin, and yes, a cabin, not a tent. Oops, that's not the right tile. Right here. That's going to change where I skip this first encounter. I didn't count if we did exactly lethal to Lich, but I don't believe so. No, I don't think so. Maybe, but no, I don't think so. Alright, now we're back on step route. From my change. Shark is hold A. The carry fight is exactly lethal. We hit her 3 times for 200 damage. Classic smooth. Thanks for the 9 months. Glad you've been enjoying yourself. No, we just had a hype train a moment ago. I tell Twitch to only do hype trains when I get 5+ subs, but they don't listen. So we just get hype trains whenever Twitch feels like giving us a hype train. I believe I have enough money to afford all of my supplies. Even with the extra cabin I need to purchase. I think I'm fine. It's why I sold the short sword instead of dropping the rapier. That should give me the extra cabin I need. So we are comparing up against world record. I know the world record sucks. Okay, it sucks now. when it was made, it was great. Yep, the person who's got the world record isn't very good at this game. And yet is still playing it all the time. Now, I didn't double, triple check every single fight. It's technically possible that I level up in a fight slightly differently than my old route. And if that happens, it's possible that I'm doing a fight incorrectly somewhere. I tried to look through the notes and make sure that it was all fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I do level up on an incorrect fight, we'll find out real quick when I just die immediately afterwards. But I believe everything is fine. I did skim over all of the notes yesterday, after making the new route. I shouldn't call it a new route, the slightly adjusted route. Because it's mostly the same. So now, I'm going to use up my last recovery item before I would have an extra tent still. But not anymore, because I used that on the shadow. No more save game items for me. But yeah, the rest of this RNG, or all these bounces, should all be exactly the same as my previous route was. Up until somewhere in the Mirage Tower, I think. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. It's before Sky Castle, actually. I think it stays the same until the Tyro. Until the Tyro before... No, the Zomble. The Zomble after I pick up the Chime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's the same until that Zomble fight. Since I'm actually killing Tiamat with damage, I needed to not get beaten down by the fun police. So rank low can't just hit me for over 100 damage now. Since I need HP to fight Tiamat 1. So that does make the battle longer. But I'm trying to make the run more fail-proof. You know? Just make a new world record, have better splits to compete up against, that are closer to the times that I want to be at. Then just have a bunch of time save at the end game by hitting the Bane Swords. We still have to Bane Sword Chaos, because, well, Chaos is like a 13-round battle. One of the bounces is over 40 bounces. And I don't even have the correct setup for that currently. And I don't think it would world record anyways, if I tried to beat down Chaos with a Sun Sword. I wasn't paying attention. Let's hope I did these steps correctly. I did. If I'm off by one step, then the run is dead. Alright, we get beaten down in the next fight. Like, we really get beaten down. But it saves time. It saves time. If I had more hit points, I would actually take less damage there. If I had more HP, I would take damage on the Hydra fights. But I don't have enough HP for that. So in order to preserve my HP, I take a lot more there than take none from Hydras. It's kinda weird, but that's just how it works. Because with this setup, I'll take 2 more points of damage from the Geist, then I won't take any more damage until carry. I have to make sure that I'm on the correct Hydra here because I fight 3 Hydras in a row. 1, 2. Alright, I need to delay. Good. Good, good, good. Alright, everyone. Watch your eyeballs. We're going into Flash and Light Volcano. I'm sure to walk on all of the lava tiles, because the lava tiles don't increase my step count, so I'm gonna make it a lot further through the dungeon 1, 2, 3, 4, without fighting a ton of random encounters. We're still doing exactly 600 on carry, yes. One HP per step in the lava, yes. So we take a lot of damage here. But taking the damage is better than fighting encounters anyways. Alright, let's not make a mistake here. I've made too many mistakes in this dungeon. And yes, I pick up the ice sword one step before the gray W. If I fight the gray worm and I don't have ice sword on, run's dead. I have lost runs there multiple times. I do like how this carry fight turns out. One, two, three, 4. 200. 400. Then exactly 600. So I lose time on this split. I mean, I did already go live once before today, D-pad, so it's possible that there's only one per day? I don't know. The old route does not go to Cardia. That is correct. The old route instead loots the Ice Cave's treasury. Which, I mean, if you look at the carry split, it looks like I'm saving a whole lot of time there. But I lose a lot of that here. And a lot of that is because I'm buying cabins. And of course, the extra stopping by to grab the money. I should have hit down, but it's fine. Or I should have hit left, I mean. It's all good. So I have to buy 8 cabins now. In my routes before, I was only buying 7 cabins there. But yeah, if you're comparing the floater pickup to now, we still save time over what record does. And that's with us buying the cabins. Oh. Okay, I'm going to have a different step route through this dungeon. So I have to make sure I don't mess it up. Because I'm grabbing the ribbon. I can theoretically only waste one more step than before, and it would be acceptable. But I'm not going to waste one more step. I want to waste the exact same steps. That way I'm just used to saving at the same spots and skipping over the encounters. So I'm just going to take different save tiles. if I take 2 extra save tiles that I'm not used to doing, then we'll line up and I'll be on the same exact tile. Because I need the ribbon now. Since I'm actually fighting Tiamat 2, Kraken 2, I throw on the ribbon now. Only for those 2 fights. We keep the silver helmet on for the rest of the run. Because we need that absorption. It is very important. That was slow. We are only using Bane on Chaos. 1 Bane, that is all. So we're going to lose a lot of our time saves compared to the previous route. When we were fighting Tiamat 1. And we're going to lose a lot of time in the final split as well, but fine. We should still be fast enough to world record. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Now, if I meleeed down Chaos, I don't think I'd be fast enough to record. Because meleeing down Chaos with a Sun Sword is just pain. It becomes like a 13-round fight. It takes like 2.5 minutes. AJF0, welcome in. Okay, I'm going to take this extra save tile right here. Yes. In fact, one of the bounces on Chaos is over 40 bounces in a single turn. So I'm taking this save tile, which I don't normally do. Because grabbing the ribbon wastes some extra steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want my steps to be back on track, where I'm used to them being at. But yes, meleeing down Chaos with the Sun Sword is just pain. It's not what we're gonna do. Now, if I can't hit 1 Bane Sword, then that's a me problem. I always am worried when I fight these sea trolls lobsters, because I fight 3 of them in a row, and I have a lot of similar setups for each of the fights, and so I often wonder if I'm even on the correct battle. Like the last fight I did hold A, then 4 shorts. This fight, it's 4 shorts, then hold A. It's not confusing at all. Doing those back to back to back. Alright, I'm then going in here. Grab the ribbon. Now I am currently 1 step behind where I normally am. I was 1 step ahead, now we're 1 step behind. So to fix that step behind, on this floor I'm going to waste 1 less step. The pain! The lobster critting me in the face. Alright, so I'm gonna take this safe tile right here. That should put me on track. Time to Kraken up. One, two, three, 4, 5. Not afraid of no Kraken. Him and his ink spam. This is a long battle, I know. But it gets us through. Hey Vaughn, welcome on in. I used to be a little annoyed with the Kraken fight, but after seeing some of the alternatives I can get, I'm okay with it now. Alright. The question is, does Robit cooperate? Does he cooperate? The robot can be anywhere in that room. We hope that he's close to me. If he's in the furthest possible tile, yes, I can still world record with that, but it hurts. Alright. Jerk birds. The jerk birds crit. How rude. It's fine. I have plenty of HP. I don't worry about how much damage I take here. My waterfall that I made is very good. Like, that fight sucks, sure. Beep beep. Stupid bat. Speaking of bat, I don't see our pal out of bounds bat. I shouldn't say our pal. Some people's pal. I don't really care about out of bounds bat that much. But moment of truth, where is the robot? Okay. That's pretty good. Was it perfect? No. But I'm happy with that. 1, 2, 3. I am happy with that robot. Beep beep bat. Hey, he walked through me. We still have one more chance to see out of bounds bat. On our exit, it's possible that he's there. But my guess is he went in bounds. That's what I'm guessing. Because he has a 50-50 chance of going in bounds or not. Is he there? Nope. Alright. Who wants some nachos? You never heard of Neochos called Nachos before? That's a surprise. Dr. Un? Very nice. It is very difficult for him to be that far out. We're having great NPC luck here at the end. You know what that means. That means Toga Party is gonna be a treat. With Dr. Un and the robot cooperating, Toga Party is gonna be a nightmare. Honestly, Toga Party's been really bad lately. Like, real bad. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this Tyro battle is actually the same. 1, 2, 3. And the Zomble battle is also the same. It's just the rank low that changes. Alright, Toga Party. Please be good. Please. Please be good. Okay, that's an acceptable start. Beep beep. If that's the only one who gets in my way, it's fine. You stay right there. Don't you go up, you jerk. Beep beep. Come on, out of my way. Beep. Beep beep. Nope, go. Stop. Stop. These guys, man. Every single run. They just are the worst. Alright, so now we're going to be on different RNG. Because I'm not allowed to take over 100 damage here. I can still take some damage. But I can't take over 100. So I make the fight a little bit worse. And making that fight worse, I actually gain more hit points. Yeah, we've had a lot of really bad Toga parties lately. just free time save for the next run, you know? Just free time save for the next run. So this Cerberus fight is the same. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't like the Cerberus fight at all. But, I mean, it's because of this next battle right here. This is the reason why that fight sucks. This is the waterfall trap tile. It's quite the bottleneck for RNG. Because that tile really wants to be 9 enemies. And we don't want to fight 9 enemies. Yep, the door glitch doesn't work because I don't fight any encounters inside the room. I fought outside of the room, walked into a room, then back out of the room without fighting a battle in there. So it doesn't do the glitch because of me walking through multiple doors without getting a fight in there. I still do it anyways, just out of habit. This blue D is different than it used to be. 1, 2, 1. AP Town, welcome on in. 1, 2, 3. I should be able to finish this out with a PB as long as I don't make a mistake. It should be a new world record. I'm going to bleed some of this time save at the end of the run because I'm doing a safer route. But it should still be world record by a couple minutes. Lots of routing was put into this over the course of many months. Now I just need to have a run finish. Chaos is, to an extent, 1, 2, 3, 1. Chaos is, honestly over before most normal encounters. If I don't mess up. It all depends on if I mess up that fight. Because I'm going to try to hit a Bane Sword frame on him. where we instantly kill him. The rest of the run is completely manipulated, and to an extent Chaos is as well. But the problem is, Chaos is a frame-based input. 1, 2. So if I'm 1 frame off, I punch Chaos, then he punches me back. And I die. Or if I'm too slow, he just nukes me, and I die. So as long as I hit the correct frame, easy peasy. We instantly kill him. This is an any percent run, and the any percent category is fully manipulated. Every single frame that the pointing finger cursor is on the screen during combat, RNG advances at a rate that we can control. So as long as I am constantly holding the A or B button whenever the cursor is on the screen, I can advance the RNG an exact number of frames that we want, so that at all times I'm at a known point of RNG. So we can just manipulate the whole run. Which is why we're running around as a solo fighter. We cannot run away, we cannot retarget enemies, we can only hold A. If I try to do any other action besides holding A or B, then I have to have frame-perfect timing. We delay for that air elemental because if we walked straight onto this floor, it would have been War Mech. And we don't want to fight War Mech. I mean, you guys may want me to fight War Mech, but, I don't want to fight War Mech. I mean, I could fight War Mech and just Bane Sword him. But that's not something I want to do. And that just adds an extra reset point to the run that's not necessary. But yeah, running away from these encounters would definitely be faster than fighting them. But we can't do that. And I'm gonna lose a lot of time in this split. Since I'm fighting Tiamat, not Bane Swording her, yeah. 1, 2. The only Bane Sword I'm doing for this run is Chaos. I tried to remove all uncertainty. 1, 2, 1. To give me the best chance of just beating the record. I still have my old route. I will work on the better route once I finish this. Oops. Alright, sadly, I get to lose a bunch of time here. Alright, off to the Temple of Fiends. Don't do it, Bat. Thank you. But yes, we have 3 less frame-perfect inputs now. I only need to frame-perfect hit Chaos, instead of doing Tiamat 1, Kraken 2, Tiamat 2, and Chaos. So this route is just slower overall, but it should still world record. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. I mean, as you guys can see, I have over 5 minutes of time saved still. So, even if I bleed 2-3 minutes in the dungeon, which I'm going to bleed time. On this split, I always bleed time. Then on the next split, I'm gonna bleed time as well. Uh-oh. I'm worried now. Okay, it's fine. I just didn't update my damage there. Apparently in my notes I have the wrong damage for that fight. But it should be fine. I should do 246. Okay. These inputs are all new to me because of the route for this dungeon. It is way different now. Thanks to me having to melee down Tiamat, I started at a totally different spot. How was the Tiamat melee fight? Lengthy. Now here, we're back on track for RNG. This is where the old RNG was. 1, 2, 3. So we finally caught up to where RNG is supposed to be at. Alright, Purple Worm is up next. The only purple worm that we see during the run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And we one-shot him. Those guys are glass cannons. They have hit points, but they have no absorption. Eventually, I may try to reroute the entire endgame from scratch again. 1, 2, 3, 4. To see if I can somehow find a better final 2 dungeons. But it is difficult to find them. There's so much garbage at the end of the run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Alright, so we're gonna lose time here, because I have to melee down Kraken and Tiamat. 1, 2. But as long as I don't mess up the Bane Sword, we should still world record. Should. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. I'm not positive on that. I haven't timed it myself. Could I Bane Sword 1 carry 1? Or Bane Sword carry 1? Yeah, I could. But the whole idea was to have as few Bane Swords as possible. Just to give myself the best odds of finishing the game. Could I slowly increase the amount of Bane Swords I need? Sure. Or I could just go straight to 4 Bane Swords next, again. At least I'll have good splits to compare up against, so I'm not like, I'm 6 minutes ahead, I'm 4 minutes ahead, I'm 6 minutes ahead, I'm 4 minutes ahead. That's the whole idea, is to have much better splits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And to, you know, actually finally improve the record. It's been that way for a while now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. I have to do this fight differently because I can't take as much damage on carry, so it has to be a slower fight. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. And I have to do these fights differently as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I can't take as much damage on them either. I still take damage on them, just slightly less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, go. Alright. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, 7, 8, 9, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2. So yeah, the old route, we were already like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The old route, we were already like killing Tiamat 2 at this point. And it's possible we could kill Chaos by this time, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Alright, we'll see how this fight plays out. I don't know if it's gonna work. I believe the fight will work. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do a massive 17 damage. 1, 2, 1, 2. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2. Alright. This is the turn I'm not sure about. We'll see if this works properly. I think it will. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. Alright. Now just one frame perfect input away from a new world record. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Got it. No, I didn't get it? I don't know. Got it. Okay. I wasn't sure what to expect there. At first I thought I got it, then I saw him go. And I was like, uh-oh. One and done with that route. Easy peasy. New world record. So, that's cool. This will be good splits to compare up against for the other new route. So yeah, it's a new world record. That record has been there for what, 4 or 5 years? I don't even know it at this point. I don't think it's been a record that long, maybe? I don't remember when I last did the any percent runs. But yeah, thanks for the GG's P-Town, JF0, Rubus, No Heal, Golden Girl, Domingo, Crump, Aldog, Kira, Genesis,